Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. Welcome to our divine service, and a warm welcome to all of you in the church, and a warm welcome to you, all of you joining us live on YouTube via Spiritual Psychic TV. It's amazing to have you all in the church today. Slightly different conditions with wet and miserable weather outside, but the energy is starting to pick up inside. But you all look lovely in your face coverings, doing our best to protect each other. So thank you very much for your cooperation in these strange times. And to all of you safe and warm and dry at home, it's a lovely welcome to you today. We've got two lovely visiting mediums that have come to our church today to demonstrate their gifts of mediumship, Salmon and Lorraine, Francois, sorry about that. So we're going to do a couple of hellos and welcomes, but some of the other things I'm going to ask you to do, certainly for those of you that are here at the church, thank you for your opportunity to donate and keep the church going. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, if you would like to donate towards the church, you can do that via our PayPal page, which is paypal.me/LAD proms. So please consider supporting Wimbledon Spiritualist Church by making a donation. Anything you're able to give is very much appreciated. But the other ways you can support us online are by doing a number of things. Firstly, we ask that you please subscribe to this channel, Spiritual Psychics TV. By subscribing to the channel, it starts to build up that community. The other thing you can do is you can give us the thumbs up on YouTube. You can like this stream, let other people know that you think this is a good stream, something worthy of doing. By subscribing, you also have the opportunity to receive direct notifications to let you know when the services are going to be coming up. Spiritual Psychics TV and Richard James in the studio at Portsmouth, fantastic ambassadors for putting this message online and to reaching people. So we do like to hear from you. Our wonderful organist, Olwyn Williams, joins us on YouTube today. Olwyn, it's a shame you're not here, but feeling that energy. Christine says, good morning to everybody at Wimbledon from a rainy Bournemouth. Well, thank you for joining us from Bournemouth. Cheryl says, morning all. Hope everyone is healthy and happy. Christine Woodham, my circle leader, joins us from Spain, says, God's blessing to you all. Sally Worker says, good morning to everyone. I can see Cherie in the church, and Stephen and Kelly and Mary Dixie and Sharon. Hi, Sharon, Mr. Mitchell. Sarah Vale joins us on YouTube. I don't know why you got a Mr. there. You're almost like royalty, VIP. But Michael Mitchell, isn't it? My son is my brother-in-law. Tracy Honey joins us on YouTube, which is great. We've got Barbara and Bob, Mr. Phil Shaw, and the wonderful Shirley joining us in the church. Vivian McIntosh says good morning to everybody, and Bernadine Curtis says good morning, Ray and Jackie Richard. Hope you're all keeping well and safe. That's Bernadine from Portsmouth. Emma Butler says good morning to us all as well. Lovely that you've joined us on YouTube. And the wonderful June Malkin. June, hope you and the family are all safe and well. She says good morning. Alison says hi to everybody. Alison Barton, welcome. If you're joining us from different parts of the world, it's lovely to hear you from, I think that's Lenka, with the name, is that Hotify Me? Wonderful handle. Lenka, lovely to hear from you. Good morning. And the Reverend Leslie Knight, our spiritualist healing training and ambassador at the church. Leslie, lovely that you've joined us as well. I'll let some of these comments automate now, but we've got greetings there from Zimbabwe. So Kathy, lovely that you've joined us from Zimbabwe today. And Kim from a wet Ramsgate. Also says Kim Fandena and Wendy Payne. So a warm welcome to all of you. If I haven't mentioned your names, I do apologise, but it's lovely to have you either in the church or on our virtual service today. The way that the service is going to work today, it's almost going to work as normal, but we're going to be streaming it as well. So our visiting mediums will be giving evidence of life after death. And we'll be asking people either in the church or on YouTube to see if they recognise that evidence of personality after that change we call death. Once you've got that evidence of personality, if you're on YouTube, please let us know what it is you're saying yes to. Richard can then put those comments up on the screen so our mediums can see that and they can engage with you. Now, to engage direct on YouTube, you do need to log into your YouTube account and participate in what's called the live chat function. That means we can see your comments. In the church, no need to log in. You just need to raise your hand and wave, get the medium's attention, and you'll be able to let them know that they're with you. We kind of give Spirit the opportunity to direct our mediums. And what's often happened is we have plenty of evidence both online and in the church. And we just ask that you engage with us, be that online or in the church. Let us know and speak up, particularly in the church, so the mediums can hear you. Let them know you're saying yes and what it is you're saying yes to. I would now like to request an opening prayer. And if I can ask that you all join us in prayer, we'll invite our mediums to come up and do the prayer. Thank you.
Thank you. You'd just like to join me in the quiet. And as we're in the quiet and the stillness of the mind, let's just take a moment to expand our awareness so we get that wonderful soul connection. Divine and loving Spirit, we ask that you shine down on this gathering here this morning and bring us the essence of your divine world. Take our hands and lead us on a journey of enlightenment and discovery. We ask those wishing to communicate today that they bring us the evidence that life is continuous, and the love and the laughter and those lovely memories. And we ask that Lorraine and I could be used as pure channels to work in your love, your light, and your truth. So as we leave this service in your safekeeping, we ask that the doors of this sanctuary soon be open to full capacity. Amen.
Amen. Thank you for that lovely opening prayer. And it was great that we were able to unify both in the church and online as we all took that moment's silence. I would now like to invite you all to join me together as we say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Despite reciting that prayer for the last 38 years, my entire life, as soon as I'm put on the spot and I can't read it from something, I go into a moment of anxiety and panic and suddenly think, do I know all the words to the Lord's Prayer? So it's always good to do that in unity. So thank you for those online that have been able to make a donation and a collection on PayPal. So it's a wonderful way to support the church. Certainly now we've got the lights back on, and the British Gas are very aware about that as they send in their bills. It's great to have your financial support. But as I said, the other way is showing your support by turning up today, very much appreciated of the church, and by subscribing to this channel and liking this stream. The other thing you can do is we're trying to build this community. So even those of you in the church I know are looking around, and Sharon's very good at this, and feel sharing our content, sharing our feed. You can do that across your social media profiles. This wonderful congregation here, we have a WhatsApp group, my Wimbledon church family, and we share links and different bits and pieces on there. But you're looking for the little forward arrow for those of you watching online, and forward this link or share this link on Facebook, on Twitter, on WhatsApp. Let people know that you're watching a divine service, that it's live, that people can watch this on playback. All of that helps us build this community, this virtual online community, and it's very much appreciated. We're now going to just take a moment for healing and to say a healing prayer. I would encourage those of you that are watching from home, if you on the live chat just want to place the name of someone that you wish to absent healing to, or just take a moment in your mind to think about that person. Imagine and visualize them fit and well and healthy, and we will take that moment. We've had a couple of extra names given to me today, which I'd like to read out. My mum, Jackie, who's at home with a cold today, Jill, Amber and Eileen. And I would ask that all of you in the church, you send us the names of those people you wish to send absent healing to. And I'll have to check with my dad. Dad, on a Sunday, I haven't chaired for such a long time. We do the healing prayer as well. I'm going to look at the congregation. I'm looking for nodding heads. I definitely don't remember that one. I just about got through the Lord's Prayer, so I'll have to read
Ask for a healing moment.
Okay, we're going to stop and just have that moment. So please just join us either in that moment of silence or close your eyes and think about that person. I say, visualize them fit and well. If there's no one in particular you wish to send that unconditional love and light to, then just send it upwards and outwards. Recognize yourself as an ambassador and a medium for that wonderful gift that is spiritual healing. We ask that all the people that need this healing, it receives them. The power of the divine in the universe, may that healing find them. Use us as your instrument and your medium to get that strength, that energy, that love, that light out to them. Wonderful. Thank you, friends, for joining us in that moment. And lovely to see you all sharing names of loved ones on YouTube that wish to send love and light to. I'm now going to take a moment to share a reading with you. Bear with me one moment. You'd never guess that I prepared for sharing only about 20 minutes ago, would you? Thank you for bearing with me. The reading I'm going to give is Teachings from Silver Birch, A Voice in the Wilderness. Rejoice that you've escaped from the thraldom of creed. Rejoice and strive to elevate others that they too may escape. Questioned as to the value of suffering, Silver Birch said, "Every experience is part of the pattern of your life. You try to judge eternity by the temporary and temporal happenings. You see in the matter apparent confusion, but you do not realize that a divine thread runs throughout all of your lives. In the great universe where harmony is the law, each one of you contributes to the plan. The events in your lives, sometimes of bitterness and despair, of pain and misery, all play their part in preparing the soul gradually for the path that is being trodden. The darkness and the light, the shadow and the sunshine, all are reflections of one whole. Without shadow, there could be no light, and without light, there could be no shadow. The difficulties of life are steps which enable the soul to rise. Difficulties, obstacles, handicaps, these are all the trials of the soul. And when it conquers them all, it rises stronger, more purified, deepened in intensity, and more highly evolved. Do you think the latent powers of the soul, infinite in their possibilities of expression, could realize themselves without difficulty and pain, without shadow, without sorrow, and without suffering and misery? Of course not. The joy and the laughter can only be enjoyed to the full once we have drained the cup of sorrow to the dregs. For as low as you can fall in the scale of life, so correspondingly you can rise. The more you have tested and experienced that which seems the shadow of the earthly life, the greater the joys of the sunshine. Your experiences are all part of your evolution. One day, freed from the trammels of flesh, with eyes not clouded by matter, you will look back in retrospect and view the life you have lived on earth. And out of the jigsaw of all of the events, you will see how every single piece fits into its allotted place, how every single experience was a lesson to quicken the soul and to enable it to have the greatest of understandings of its possibilities. The greatest trials that we are on this side of life have to endure. And when we see the ones we love in your world who are linked with us with the bonds of affection having to endure suffering, and we realize that we must not stretch out that hand to them, that is necessary for their soul evolution. Silver Birch declared that everyone had trials, The important thing was the way that we faced them. There is no experience that comes to the human soul, he said, which rightly understood and rightly faced does not leave you better for it. Can you contemplate a world of matter where there were no difficulties, no trials, no troubles, no pain, no suffering? There would be no evolution. There would be nothing to surmount. You would decay. If suffering is essential to the soul's progress, why are spiritual healers allowed to alleviate it? Asked the sitter. Because the healing enables the soul to find itself, said the guide. Great as the work of healing, there is greater work that healers perform. They touch the souls of those who come near them and enable them to find themselves. In comparison with this, would you regard the healing of bodies as less important, the guide was asked. Yes, was the reply. You will dwell in bodies of matter that think only of the lives in your world, who have left the earth place in its proper proportion as only speak of their infinite lives. All your focus is wrong. You see a poor soul suffering, and very rightly, the compassionate rises in your breast. I do not condemn that, but you only think in terms of the suffering, not realizing that the time spent in the suffering is insubstantial compared with the compensating joys. To you, the shadows always seem longer than the sunlight, but they are not. But you must also realize that not all who are sick can be healed by healers. There are laws at work, and some people the healer cannot cure. It is no accident that when the time is ripe, the sick man is healed, just as it is no accident when the soul is ready for the new experience beyond the gate of death, the physical body will drop away. It's all determined by law, but you play your part in that law, for you are part of the Great Spirit. If healing only comes when the soul has earned it by paying off its debts, would the body not be healed without going to the healer? Was the next question. If all the debts were paid, and they are never paid, you would have reached a stage where pain could not touch you, said Silverbirch, for your body would be perfect, but you always contract debts in your world and in mine. But what part does the healer play if it's all worked out according to law? Persisted the sitter. Where people are ready to be healed, the healer is brought to them, or they are brought to the healer, the guide replied. Have you been so long with us that you do not know how people are brought together? The evolution they have reached determines the healer will be able to heal them. The Great Spirit cannot forget. The law is perfect, automatic in its operation. Nobody can evade the law. Even free will is law, and its operation is known to those who can see, because they've reached that stage of evolution, the operation of that law. Thank you, friends. Okay, we'll do a couple of quick more hellos. I think I've got around everyone. I saw Jane as well. I don't know if I mentioned Jane by name. There's a lady with blonde hair whose name I've forgotten at the back of church. Hello, and welcome to you as well, and welcome to those other people on YouTube that have joined us. Okay, I think now then I would like to invite the medium to do the address. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, good morning everyone, afternoon and evening, because no matter where you are in the world, we're we are all in this together. As Ashley was actually reading that out, I got in my head the dance of life, and I feel like with the dance of life is a bit like rolling with the punches. And as we go through life, you know, as Silverbirch said, you know, we have these problems, we have these situations where we end up sometimes beating ourselves up for, because we feel like we can't help ourselves or help someone who's in trouble or ill or something like that. But I want to go back to when I was a child. When I was about 2, I ended up going into hospital. My mum made me go to the doctors, and they didn't know what was wrong with me, and they put me into hospital, and I was in a glass ward, you know, just one room. And that affected me quite badly, because that was in the 60s, and back in the 60s, you know, parents weren't allowed to stay with you or do anything like that. So I thought she had left me. And so, I mean, you know, I've had sort of issues, that sort of thing, through my life, but I've had to accept it and know that it wasn't like I thought it was. And then the reason why I was in hospital is because I was seeing spirit. And I didn't know what it was. To me, it was just, you know, seeing things happening. And I was too young to sort of tell my mum what I was seeing. So she thought, because I was crying, that there was something wrong with me. So after that, spirit sort of stepped back a little bit. So it was only just feeling and knowing that I got. And I went through sort of life like that, but sort of, you know, just stepped back and didn't really sort of do much about it. I had a family, and then about probably nearly 60 years later, I ended up going to the church. Well, it was a little bit less than that, actually, going to the church, and because I had a lot of problems which happened, which was out of my control, losing people who I loved, who were very close to me. And I went into a depression. And my friend said to me about 2 years later, why don't you come to the church? And I said, no, I don't want to go. But then Spirit were doing things to make me go. And so when I went, I thought I was going to be sitting like you are, you know, seeing a medium. And it was a circle. So, and this is how it's come about, like it's come back round in a full circle, because that's what I was meant to do. It's my life path. But with that dance of life, which I want to go back to now, is when we roll with the punches, I don't like that so much because you've got punches in it. But if you dance and you're moving and you're bending and you're blending with that energy, we're inside that energy and not just looking at it from the outside. We're looking both ways. So therefore we can sort of we can sort of penetrate it and look at it in different ways to get over that problem. We go through life, and as I said, you know, some people, we say, like, how comes they never have any problems? They always seem to sort of be getting on with life and they don't seem to have any problems. I always seem to get problems all the time. It's because they've learned the way to dance. And the reason they've done that is because they've found out in their heart to heart that is a way of dealing with problems and dealing with life and accepting it, but actually going through it quite quickly, because you're accepting it, that you go through it quicker. You come out the other end. Where if you're fighting with it, we tend to it takes longer. So those people who you think, oh, they don't have any problems, they do. It's just that they've learned how to do the dance of life. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you.
Lovely. It's been the mood for spiritual dancing, but I won't embarrass myself or anyone by doing that on stage now. Lovely reading, and thank you for the comments on YouTube to say that people were enjoying the address. Richard, if I can ask you to bring the split screen back up for the text, I'm now going to invite our mediums to give you their demonstration of mediumship. Should they come to you in the church and say, please speak up with a clear yes, no, true, let them know that you are with them as they give you that evidence of life after death. For those of you online, please make sure you use the live chat function to engage directly with the studio and let us know what it is you're saying yes to. Thank you, Richard. The screen has come up. Wendy Payne says that was a lovely address. Folks, please give us another warm welcome to our mediums as they come up to give their mediumship. Thank you.
Hello again, everybody. This is the difficult part. I normally sit down in the chair there and get a feeling of where I'm going to go or what I'm going to do, but this is all very new to me today, and working off of a text, which we've never done, but there's a first time for everything. So let's just invite in whoever's going to stroll in and want to link with somebody either here or on the net there. Okay. Okay, I have a gentleman that joins me from the spirit world here. I know, right, as this gentleman joins closer to me, I know this gentleman is of a great height. I know we're talking of somebody sort of around about the mid, sort of 5'5", 5'6", 7, somewhere around about there on me anyway. I know the name Jack links around this gentleman because that's the feeling I get from this gentleman. I feel this is a gentleman that would have reached a good age in his life. And I know, oh, Maureen has just been said there to me. Can anybody take any of this information at the moment? Can I'd just like to come to the lady with the pink top on sat in the church here. Would you understand any of that information, my dear?
Not really. I'm there from Southwest Sister Lorraine here. She's interested in spiritualism.
Okay, let's just work with this gentleman and see if everybody keeps listening. I've got to try and watch the screen, which is.
I'll let you know as well.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I know this gentleman. I feel this is either it could be a grandfather, I feel, because of the age of this gentleman. I know this gentleman would have worn glasses, whether they were to just read or not. I know they would have been the big, thick rim glasses. I know with this gentleman, Stan or Stanley would link around him as well. Is this not making any sense to you at this moment? Is anybody online getting any of this?
One person online.
Okay, let's
Grandad Jack.
Grandad Jack. Okay, let's just work with this gentleman.
It's Hayley.
Hi, Hayley. I'm just trying to get the feeling of this gentleman to come a little bit closer to me, to give me the feeling of his essence, really. Let's just work with him. Come on in, John. Would you understand if there would have been, he's making me aware of coal, so whether he would have worked in the coal industry or around working with coal. I don't know why he's giving me the coal, but would you understand that? Sorry, what was the name? Hayley.
Hayley's house 13.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes, her cat is Stanley.
Her cat is Stanley. Okay. Would you understand the link around coal there, or a memory link? Okay, let me just carry on working with this gentleman. Okay. You would understand this gentleman would have passed, if this is your grandfather, because I feel that's the link I'm getting here. You would understand with this gentleman, yes, would have passed before his wife.
She says yes.
Thank you, because I know there's a gap there, and I feel his wife is also in spirit. This make sense to you? Where does Margaret link in around this lady? Because I just know the name Margaret's being brought through.
Stoker in the Navy.
He was a stoker in the Navy. Thank you, because I just know that there was a link around the coal there. Do you understand the name Margaret that links around this gentleman as well? Okay, if you don't understand the name, I'll just carry on talking. But I feel that the two of them are there in the spirit world together at this moment in time. Would this make sense to you? Because I feel the lady and the gentleman were of a very calming type nature. I know with the gentleman there would have been, he liked the jokes. He liked to have a joke around people. Would you understand that?
She said they're both in spirit.
Sorry,
yes,
they're both in spirit. Sorry. Okay, let me just work with this gentleman. You would he's making me aware of his hands. I'm being drawn to my right hand here, and I'm being as if I've either damaged my hand or there's something wrong with my right hand or arm. Would this make sense to you with the gentleman in the spirit world, your grandfather? I'm not getting anything up on my screen.
It's taken a while for some reason.
Okay.
I've joined the live chat so I can see it.
Okay.
She couldn't think of the name.
Okay, let me just work with this then.
Yeah, I think you're with us. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to ask the lady to join me as well, because I know they're there together. They're stood side by side here. You would understand with your grandmother. Then I'm going to try and get her to step forward as well, a bit closer to me, so I can feel. You would understand with your grandmother the problems within the chest area there, because she's making me aware of pulling me to the chest area. I know I would have been suffering within the chest at times there. Would this make sense to you?
She said it could well be, but he died when she was 11.
Oh, he died. This is with the grandmother, though, I'm feeling.
Okay.
was 11. It was 11. Okay. Would you understand a chain or a necklace that would have been handed down through the family there, from this side of the family? I'm being given either a St. Christopher or something like that. Does this make sense to you? Something that's been handed down through the family. Okay. I'm not going to wait for the answer because I'm starting to drop in and out of the energy here. But would you understand, would you have children yourself? Because I'm being made aware of a little girl here. Not in the spirit world, here on the earth plane. She's gone and she's not replied. She's gone.
It's difficult to know, but
okay, Haley, I'm going to carry on talking.
Yeah, I'd say just go for it.
Just go for what I'm feeling, and if it makes sense, great, and if it doesn't,
yes,
then
she has the St. Christopher.
She has the St. Christopher. What about the little girl that's here on the earth plane? I know we're not talking of somebody that's very. Is there a worry around, or if it's not your little girl, there's a little worry around a girl here on the earth plane? Would this make sense to you?
She has a granddaughter.
You have a granddaughter. Thank you. Would you understand the worry around a granddaughter at this moment in time? I'm not being told what it is. I'm just feeling that there is a worry or a concern around the child at this moment in time.
Hand was injured, so she's confirmed.
The hand was injured. Okay, thank you. Would you understand that about your granddaughter? Because I just feel the message here is to be either passed on to your daughter or son. That it's about the granddaughter. Would you understand the? Could you pass my water, please? Would you understand the? I'm just trying to ask why they're giving me this information about the granddaughter.
There is an issue around the granddaughter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm feeling that the spirit world are there, and we all work with our own. What can I say? Our own thoughts. And sometimes the thoughts given from the spirit world we miss, and I feel that they are trying to help with this situation that's going on around you at the moment, or around your granddaughter, to bring the upliftment around. Hang on a sec. The upliftment around the granddaughter there, because I'm feeling this. She's feeling quite down at the moment, and the spirit world are there trying to help within the way they can. But again, we all got to learn to listen really to the spirit world, because sometimes our first thoughts are the best thoughts, and we ignore them. But take the love from the spirit love. Jackie is also being called out here, and I don't know if that's going to go into my next link, but if you can take the name Jackie, that link's around you. Just take the love from the spirit world, and thank you very much for working with me this morning.
Okay, thank you. Sally says great evidence, Val.
Okay, thank you. Oh, right. I feel we may be going within the church at the moment, but I'm not quite sure. But I have a lady that joins me from the spirit world, or the name Nellie's being called out. I've never given that name. Nellie, that's an unusual name. Okay. I know this lady is a very petite lady. I know she doesn't carry an awful lot of weight. I know she's quite tiny in height as well. We're not talking somebody who's very tall here. But this is a lady with a lot of energy while she was here on the earth plane. Again, I feel this is either mother or grandmother. I feel we are going back in time here because of the way she makes me feel, and the way I feel she's dressed. I know this lady would have... Kelly. Hi, Kelly. I know this lady, you would understand this to be your mother. Grandmother, thank you. But there would have been a lot of motherly love around this lady, you would understand, that you would have got from your mother, also from your grandmother. She makes me aware you would have spent a lot of time with her on and off. But this makes sense. Thank you, because as she draws close to me here, I know this is a lady that would have worried about everybody. Yeah, not just the family. There would have been people that you would understand down the road that she would have been worried about, especially within times we're in at the moment. I know she would have been a lady that would have gone out to give her help out to the community. You would understand that. Jack is also being called out from the spirit world. You would understand. Yes. Thank you, because it's as clear as anything there. Sometimes the names are just called out because they are there. They want to be known they're there. and it's not their turn to talk, because I feel your grandmother's come here to talk to you today, because are you having trouble within your stomach area, or would have this been with your grandmother?
No, I've had a lot of allergy.
A lot of, I'm being pulled to my solar plex area here. Would this make sense with you?
Yeah.
Thank you, because this is what she's making me aware of. I know there's lots of things going on around you with your body. You would understand, I'm not going to say illness, but aches and pains and things like that. And there's something you've been particularly worrying about yourself just recently. You would understand that. If not, I've got that wrong and I will go back and ask. But would you understand if it's not about... Okay, if it's not about you, is there something you're waiting for, a letter or a letter, is it? Thank you, because and there's been a bit of worry concerned with this letter.
Hopefully not, but yeah.
Hopefully not, but it could be. Okay, because you've been waiting some time for this, almost like to drop through the letterbox every morning. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
It is on its way, I'm being told, okay? So just be patient and the time will come when that letter just drops through the door. I feel everything's good around you at the moment. Your grandmother here is making me aware that things are going in the right direction for you. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Is this Nan? You would have called her Nan?
I would, yeah.
Thank you, because she's given me the word Nan here as if like this is what I would have been called here while I was here on the earth plane. And the ring, she brings me to some rings here. Would you understand about the rings? No, okay. I know with this lady, we're not talking of somebody that was flamboyant with jewellery and stuff like that. I know she was a very plain lady, you would understand that, but she's making me aware of a wedding ring, quite a thin band wedding ring.
Mine.
Is it yours, is it? Okay. No, I don't think it's... Would you understand somebody who's got this ring?
Apart from my own, no.
Maybe you need to just ask somebody a question of what happened to your Nan's ring. Is Mum still here on the earth plane?
Yeah, but she's nothing to do with Mum.
Oh, right.
Can I just back up a minute?
Yeah, of course.
Nellie was my mother-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
and she gave me her engagement ring.
Okay. I do feel I'm at the back there, but I'll just carry on with this lady and see where we go. I know this lady would have been a cat lover.
Yes.
Thank you. I do feel I'm at the back there, if you don't mind, because I just know that you would understand her to be on her own towards the end of her life.
That's right, yeah.
Thank you. And this is where the cat comes in, because the cat is also in spirit here, you would understand, because she's the cat. She's brought the cat in with me here. And I know this was her comfort. I feel with your grandmother, there was quite a lonely time towards the end of her life there, you would understand. Yeah, because this is what she makes me feel. And at this moment in time, she's making me feel that sort of loneliness around you as well. Would you understand that? Not company, but you feel with what's going on, this isolation, yeah?
Yeah.
It sort of pulls us all back a bit. It's a feeling I'm getting from the spirit world. But take the love from your grandmother. Know she's around you. And have you been shopping recently?
I'm sort of,
In the last few days?
I'm sort of starting the Christmas stuff online.
Oh, online. You've not been out shopping then?
No.
No. Okay. Maybe got that wrong. Just take the love from the spirit world, and thank you very much for working with me this morning. Thank you.
That's still showing lovely evidence. Great messages.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. I've got a lady and a gentleman coming in quite close to me now, and I know that lady would have had, I'm going to be quite, polite. She did have quite a bit of weight, but I felt like she was quite rounded. And the gentleman, I felt like he was quite slim. well, you know, like normal. I just felt like he was because they're just showing me her really big and him really skinny, but that was just their way of showing me that she had a bit of weight and he didn't. I know with this gentleman, I feel like he's showing me a mug of tea, and it would have been like a builder's mug, so it would have been like quite strong. So I do feel like this gentleman would have had something to do with the building trade, or he just loved to have like really strong tea. I've got with a lady that I felt like she would have passed first, and I felt like it was quite quick because I'm just like my breath has been just taken away from me. And I know with her that she, that it was quite a shock because I don't feel that anyone was expecting this. Can anyone take this at all? Oh, you can take it? Okay. Can you take the name Bertie or Robert? Because it would have been Robert, okay. Because he's just give me that. And I've also got like the 2 B's.
2 B's?
2 B's. I don't know what that means. They just said 2 B's, whether it was their surname. Can you just take that and just sort of like hold that a minute, because they definitely gave it to me and it was just the 2 B's. Okay, and I do feel with this lady, I mean, they're both so funny because they're coming with this really lovely energy at the moment, and they're sort of like, they always used to sort of bicker all the time.
Yeah.
They loved each other so much, it was like, they was never apart. And she always used to boss him, but he never took any notice. He'd go off and do his own thing. And as they're coming sort of a little bit more closer to me now, I feel that, because the lady did sort of pass before, and I do feel this would have been round about an April anniversary.
I can't remember when it was now, but...
Okay, if you could just take that,
Yeah.
April. I'm also getting the 26th. I don't know whether it's the 26th of April or whether it's just the 26th on its own. Okay, I know with her that she, it's just that I'm quite motherly. So I know that this lady would have mothered everyone. And I just felt like, you know, if you would have gone through the door, she would have been like, oh, sit down. And, you know, she wanted to feed you. She wanted to do everything for you. She made you so welcome. I'm also getting the name Betty as well. So that would have been the 2 B's then. No, Bertie. Okay. And she's just so, I don't know, she was a very wise lady. And I just felt like you could have gone to her and asked her anything. And I feel with her as well that when she passed, because I feel I keep getting this like, I have to take a deep breath because I know it was just so quick. There was just so many people who were heartbroken. It wasn't just her husband, but I just felt like, you know, it was so not expected. Okay, I know there would have been loads of flowers as well, because I know that there's lots of flowers at the funeral, and she's sort of standing saying, yeah, quite right as well. You know, it's like, I've got the flowers, that's what I should have had before. But it's like they didn't give it to me before, so now I've got it now. So I know she is a character. Is this your mother?
That's my nan and granddad.
Right, okay. Because there is that love for you, and I do feel like it was like a motherly love. And I do know that he would have gone off, done a little betting on the side. Okay, because I'm just saying, like, she would have been sort of saying to him, like, different things, you know, like not to do this, not to do that. And I know that he would have took off and just done a little...
Okay, that might make sense, actually,
Okay, because that's the way he was. He was just, you know, I'll let her say whatever she wants to say, but I'm going to actually do what I want to do. And they, as I said, they always used to bicker, but they were never apart. Right, what do they want to say to you? I keep looking at the clock. So I know something about time. And she's drawing me to the clock, and it's like, time. What do you keep going on about time for?
Because our clocks keep stopping.
Oh, okay.
And we keep changing the batteries.
Right, well, it's her.
They all stopped in the same time.
It's her.
Yeah.
Or it's them. I think they're both doing it. So, She's just having a little joke, letting you know that she's there. I mean, she's like lovely, lovely lady. But take her love, and I do feel like you do feel her around you quite a bit as well. So acknowledge that it is her, and also your granddad as well. So that's Betty and Robert, did you say?
No, it's Eileen Sid.
Oh, right, okay. So who's Betty and Robert then?
Betty was my nan's sister, and Robert's my cousin.
Right, okay. And is Robert here?
Yeah.
So he needs healing.
Oh,
Okay, so she's just sending him a little bit of healing, and she's sending her love. Okay, thank you for taking this. Thank you.
Nan was a medium.
Was she? That's why she was good coming in.
Lovely lady, medium. Used to serve at this church in Hatbridge.
Oh, right, okay.
I grew up with watching her.
Oh, lovely. It's nice to know when they come in.
Yeah, no, it's good. Really good evidence of her personality.
Okay. Right, what else am I going to get now? Right, I do feel, I mean, I don't know whether it's because I do feel cold in here, but I know with this lady, I do feel that I had, I feel like it's pneumonia, because I do feel that I've got like chills, and I don't know whether you get that with pneumonia. Do you? I don't know.
Well, you can.
Okay, but I've just got like these chills, and I know that I've got, I'm in hospital, and I know that with her that I don't feel like I've got many people around me. So, come in a bit closer. I'm also holding my stomach, so I know that she would have had problems with her stomach beforehand. So I feel like she's got a few things going on, this lady. I know with her that she would have been, I know she would have been the type of person who liked to have her own company. I don't like being with a lot of people. I know that I like as I said, my own company. I feel that I would be just popping out to the shop, getting stuff, coming back. I feel quite lonely with her as well. And that's why I was saying that I didn't think there was that many people around her. Can anyone take this at all? No? Okay, let's just see. Right, with this lady, I've got the name Alberta, so that's quite a strange name. So I know with her that I know when she would have been younger, I felt like she was quite the type of person who would have had a job where she would have been sort of quite high up. And I feel like I'm very much like a school teacher, or I would have been higher up in some kind of company. But I know that I'm quite intelligent, and I know that I'm very like inwardly that I like my own company. Can anyone take this at all? Anyone on there? No. Okay, right, let me see. I know this lady would have gone to America, because I know she's got connections to America, and I know that she would have, I felt like there's family there, so she would have definitely gone to America. She would have definitely liked to travel a bit. But I know that sort of as time went on, I know that she wouldn't have been able to do that. So I do feel there is a sort of like a distance with her family. Okay, so she's just coming in with about whoever it is who I'm trying to get hold of is feeling really isolated at the moment. No one can take it at all?
No, not at the moment.
Right. Well, you can take it over the back.
I can take everything but the name.
Okay.
Did you say
Alberta, I don't know what.
I don't know the name.
Right, okay. I never said it was her name, but it would have been a name around her. And I don't know why she brought that in, but that was quite strong.
Yeah.
Someone would have been called Ali. No, but you can take everything else. Okay, so I feel, can I work with you then, please? Because no one else is taking it. So would have this been an aunt?
No, it's mum.
It's mum. But she feels very distant, and I'm not too sure. Okay, right. Okay, so she's just coming in with like you feeling. I mean, I know we all are in this day and age, you know. But she's saying about you feeling sort of really cut off from everyone.
Yeah.
You're quite lonely at the moment. And she's saying you need to, I know it's hard, but you need to get out and you need to be sort of mixing a little bit more. I also feel that like she's saying about helping out. There's something that you're thinking about or you have thought about helping out. And she's saying about go and do it because it's not just them who will benefit, but you as well. So, she's a funny lady. She's very sort of slight step back. She's not really sort of coming forward very much. But I want to say that she is giving you, sending you the love, but it's definitely. She wants you to just get up and do something for yourself because it's like you're holding yourself back. And I do feel that, you know, by helping out someone else, you will then help out yourself. Okay, so take her love and thank you for working with me. Thank you.
If that was a two communicators, there's someone saying that they couldn't take the name, but they could take a mum travelling to America. So
Right,
if you were really separate.
No, I thought I was with the lady at the back.
Well, I don't know where I am. Can I just come back to that lady there very quickly? What's with the teddy bear?
Sorry?
What's with the teddy bear? Is this with you?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, just let you know they're aware of that. I know. They just brought it to me as Lorraine was finishing there, so I just wanted to give you that connection to the teddy bears there.
Thank you.
Okay. You've had them a while, haven't you?
Sorry?
You've had them a while.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, long time. Okay,
time.
take the love from the spirit world. I have a young gentleman joining me. When I say a young gentleman, I'm not quite sure how young he is, but I know this gentleman, you know, when I call people wiry, they're not very stocky, they're just got a sort of a slim build body. I know the name Tom would link around this gentleman or the person I want to link with here, and I do feel a London connection with this gentleman because I feel as though I worked, but I never really had a full-time job anywhere. I sort of was a ducker and diver type thing. Can you take any of this, sir? No. Okay, let me just see if anybody online can take this. I do feel with this gentleman, I had a good heart, and I knew quite a lot of people with around me within my community, and I know. He was a bit of a lad, as I say. I feel this gentleman would have reached his early 40s, maybe 50s. But I know he went to the spirit world in his middle age. Can anybody take any of this online?
I can understand that with someone.
You can understand that.
The age bit, he didn't go to spirit at that age.
Okay, maybe that's the age he's given me then. Let's just work with this gentleman and see where we're going. You would understand, where does a barra boy come in with this? Thank you, because he brings in a barra boy to me, as if like I would have worked on the markets, and thank you. A bit of a lad, you know, he was a talker as well. He had, I'd say, a motor mouth, like you couldn't shut him up at times. Would you understand that?
I do understand, still.
But this wasn't. He'd done other things. He's making me aware. He's sort of he's telling me he had his hands in many pies.
Yeah,
Would this make? Eh?
He was the president here.
He was the president. Okay, because he's just telling me I had my hands in many pies, and I just.
We did that and all.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you would understand that. But you know, this is a gentleman with a real good heart. This is a gentleman that you know, when the chips were down, you could rely on him. He was this type of Stan or Stanley.
His brother-in-law.
That's his brother-in-law. Okay, I don't know if he's in spirit, but the name's just been given out to me there. Yeah, I know he's in spirit because there's a difference in height between these two, but very similar within looks. You would understand. You would understand the grey. This gentleman had good head of hair, but it sort of swept back, almost like Brill cream back.
You're talking about my dad with that.
Sorry.
You're talking about my dad.
Okay.
Catherine died, and the other one is my Uncle Stan.
Okay.
He had the grey hair.
Okay, you would understand that. And again, they're bringing me to a ring here, like a signet type ring. You would understand. I don't know if you have this ring at the moment, but they're just making me aware as a memory link there to you. Why are you showing me bowls? Green bowling or bowling?
Can't place that.
No, well, they're making me bowls. They're just saying bowls, so that's my mind coming to it. I'm sorry about
Something else, but it's not bowls.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't want to be saying that in church. But he was a man that you know, you would have looked up to as well, especially if he was the president of this church. But I know he's here today to bring thanks to you. And I know you're the president, aren't you? I know it is. I don't think it's about that. It's about something else that you've done recently.
Yeah.
You would understand that.
So I've been doing little bits and pieces for the family.
Okay, he wants to bring thanks to you for what you've been doing recently there. He's also talking about time, as if I want to put the time back here a little bit. I know we've gone back this morning, but I want to go back a little bit here with you, with issues with you within the past few months. Would you understand that? And who is it is having the problem with their legs? It's you, is it? Okay. It's more in the hip here, isn't it? Because I'm feeling the pain here in my hip. But I feel as though I want to be exercising. Yeah, and I don't know if you've been told this, and it's not for me to tell you.
No, but I do that, yeah.
Yeah, okay, because it's all about the movement of that. I just like very painful, as if like I can sit down, but I can't get back up very well because of the like sharp pain in my hip here. Yeah. They're aware of that, and there's healing being sent from the spirit world for you. But he's saying you're a tough old cookie. You know, you can get by. He's saying, Dad was a bit of a one of those type of people, wasn't he? Come on, let's get on with it. There's none of this day off school business, all this, no days off work. Dad was there 24/7. He's saying he was a worker. I know he would have worked with his.
To the shop when I'm sick.
Yeah, all right. Well, there you go. So, but a very straight talking gentleman as well. There was no fluffing around with this gentleman. It was either get on and do it. I'm going to show you once, and if you don't learn, I'll have to show you again. That type of guy, but. What a lovely gentleman. Yeah. And I want to shake his hand, like I want to lean out to shake your hand, because he's very proud of you at the moment. I can feel that. You got a grandson? Yeah. Thank you. A little bit of a terror at times, you would understand, yeah? Would you understand if I just turn this way slightly, because I feel it's over this side, but would you understand with schooling at the moment, there's been a bit of a problem around your son. Yeah. Thank you, because this is what he brings to me. I'm going to carry on working with your dad as well. You just listen, because I just feel there's been some ups and downs there, yeah, and he just needs a little help and a little bit of encouragement and love. Yes. And I know who you are, and I know you'd be giving him all that love. But there's a worry going on within the school there with him. You understand that? Thank you, because as I start to talk about that, I can feel. The worry with your child there, you would understand. Yes, okay, don't worry, it's all going to get sorted out. It's all going to get sorted out within the school. Lovely. Okay, take the love from the spirit world and take the love from your dad. And if that's him up there, well, yeah, that's him. Take your love from the spirit world, because there's a lot of admiration for you there, sir. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to do it again, and right, let's see where we're going this time. Apples. I just got to give you the apples, okay?
My first job's in the shop. I had to polish 20 boxes of apples.
Okay, you just give me that. So I'll give you the apples there. Enjoy polishing apples. Red apples. Red apples, yeah. Okay, what a lovely guy. I'm just asking to step aside now so I can work with somebody else. Yeah, I could feel that. He'd have me working as well all morning. But what a lovely guy. Okay, let's have a quick excuse me everybody for walking away from the camera. Okay.
Lots of people saying great evidence. Lots of people knew him, so lots of people saying thank you, lovely message, good evidence.
Yeah, lovely guy. I loved him. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, got somebody on a bike here. Would. I feel, for some reason, I've got somebody on a bicycle and I feel a policeman. Let's see where we're going with this, because it's quite interesting. Please. Okay. Again, I feel as a gentleman that's drawing close to me, and I do feel there is a connection with the police force here with this gentleman. And I've got somebody's picture on the screen here. I do feel this is a connection with the police force with this gentleman. I know, again, we're probably going back in time here because he's riding around on an old style type bicycle. I do feel we're in a smaller community, whether this is, hello? Is it? Okay, let's just work with your husband's granddad and just see if it's for anybody else here on the screen. Okay. Would you understand the small community your granddad would have lived in? Almost like a village community.
Yeah, it was a country policeman on a bike.
Thank you, because he's taking me back, he's giving me the word 60s here, so I know he would have been working within the 60s. Would you understand that?
No, it's too early.
Okay. Let me just work with this gentleman and see if it's the same gentleman that you're thinking of. Because I know with this gentleman, everybody would have knew him within the community because being the community policeman. Would you understand that?
No, I don't know a lot about it. All I know is in the country on a bike and he was a policeman.
Yeah, definitely in the country here because I'm being shown small lanes, fields, this sort of thing. Would you know if it began with an A, Appleton or something?
Kent way, I think it was in Kent. Yeah.
Okay, I've just been given Apple something or Appleton or something like that. Okay, let me just work with this gentleman and see where we're going. You would understand the tallness with this gentleman. I'm around about 6 foot, 5'8", 6 foot, quite a slim build gentleman. I carried a little bit of weight around the middle. You would understand this, and I feel with your grandfather then he would have obviously made sergeant or something because I feel...
Well, it was my husband's granddad, so...
You didn't know him. Can anybody on the line take any of this information?
I don't think it's me enough. Because I think if I find my husband, he wouldn't be 6 foot.
Well, I'm 5'9", so 5 foot round about there. So he's around about my height. I mean, height's very hard to... Yeah, you'd say he's around about my height and my build. Okay, let's try and find some good evidence so we know what... who's Sandra or Sandy that links around you?
Oh, that's a cousin.
That's a cousin, is it? Okay, let's just work with this gentleman because I feel I am with you. I'd like to work with somebody online because for some reason I haven't yet, only one. Nobody online can take this? No, okay. Let me just work with him. You would understand with this gentleman, I would have reached a good age as well. I feel I was into my... good age, I'm 60. I feel that I'm in my 60s, late 60s here, when I passed to the spirit world. I never made 70, he's telling me. You would understand that. And I do feel this was a cancerous condition. Does this make sense to you? You don't know, okay. If you could just find out that information to confirm it later, that'd be great. But I just feel... there's definitely something going on in the middle of my body here that took me to the spirit world because I know I also lost a lot of weight towards the end there. Maybe you could ask your husband. Do you have a daughter or a son there? Because have you bought a bike recently? A little bike for your children or grandchildren? Or?
No, but it would be something to do with him. If the boy turned up and left a bike with us.
Somebody's left a bike with you?
A grandson or a great-grandson to him, I suppose. He left an old bike with us. He come and stayed for a couple of days and he went without the bike.
Okay, because he's talking about a bike that's there with your grandson or son. So this is the evidence they're just giving to me to give to you so we know we got the right connection. You would understand that. Yeah. He liked his bikes, he's telling me. Would you understand with your son at the moment, we need to be getting up and doing a bit more exercise?
I haven't got a son.
Is it your grandson then?
Yeah, I've got a grandson.
Would you understand somewhere around how old is your grandson? Is he in his sort of like early teens?
No, 28.
28, okay. Okay, would you understand if I said to you, we need to be getting out and doing a bit more exercise with your grandson then?
That could be the boy on the bike, who would be related to the policeman on the bike.
Okay, would you understand that though with the boy with the bike?
Yeah.
Because I just feel, I need to be getting out and doing some exercise. Would you understand the boy with the bike carrying a little bit of weight around the middle here? Yeah, okay. Because I feel this is all about exercise. This is about getting out and refreshing the mind and resetting the mind.
Well, it's so lazy.
I didn't want to say that. Okay, because they're talking about we need to get him out. We need to get him out exercising. We need to get him off of this laziness, as you put it, because. I know I'm suffering within my body here through that, through not. Do you know what I mean by that? Through the exercise. Yeah. I'm not getting it. Yeah.
In uni, I think.
Sorry.
He's in a university somewhere now.
Okay. Okay. See what your granddad's coming from.
I wouldn't tell my husband now.
Yeah. Okay. And also Martin will link around this gentleman as well. If it's not somebody around you here on the earth then. Okay. I don't get a great connection with this gentleman. I feel almost like a strictness. I should be standing in an upright position here with him. I feel he was quite strict while he was here on the earth plane as well. But take the love from the spirit world and Rose or Rosie. Okay, it's just I have to give you what they give to me, but take the love from the spirit world and thank you for working with me.
The bits that tell this Tess, isn't it? I said no to someone else online said that they had a grandfather who died of cancer, of stomach cancer, died at 65, lived in a small village, lots of apples in the garden.
Okay, oh right, I got it up on the screen now. It didn't come up.
They're two communicators. They often come together. Same bus.
Yeah.
Same bus, yeah. Anyway, take the love and thank you online. Take the love from the spirit world. Thank you.
One more? If you want to do one.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I've actually got a family here, and I felt like this would have been a boating accident. So I felt like they were on holiday. I felt like I can see the gentleman. I know that he's got really like dark hair, but I'm getting Dungeness. That's up Scotland, isn't it? Is that Scotland? Kent, is it? Okay. So I'm getting, I've got Dungeness, so that would have been in the Kent area. Whether they come from that area or whether it happened there, I'm not too sure. But I know that it was the whole family, and I do feel it was man and wife, and I felt like there was I could just see one child, so I don't know whether one child survived, but I feel like they were sort of, I don't know, it was just really tragic, and I'm just getting with them that they all sort of went together. Just felt like they all went together. Does this I know, I thought to myself, as this was coming in, I was thinking this is going to be a dodgy one to place. I know with them that I felt like they were a small family. I felt like the children were quite young. I felt like they were probably around about 6 and 7. So I know that there was 2 children, but I don't know whether they both passed, whether one survived. I know with them that as I'm getting them to come in a little bit closer to me now, I know that it was definitely a family holiday. Can anyone take that? No. Okay, maybe I should have sat down and not bothered. Okay, I know with them that they're a lovely little family. I don't feel like the parents were very old. I felt like they were in their 30s, late 30s. I know that I would have been very very well known where they were, where they lived. I know that would have been very well known with quite a few people, because I felt like I lived in an area where it would have been sort of not a village, but I felt like it was a small town. So it's like everyone gets to know everyone. I know with them that this would have been, I felt like September time. So I know that it would have been early September, because I felt the children wouldn't have been at school, gone back to school yet. So I know that they would have been going back to school. Can anyone take that?
Not yet.
Right, can anyone take any of it? Can anyone take any of it?
No.
No.
Just Googling some of that as well, because it is Dungeness.
Okay, but I know that with this family, I'm just trying to sort of see whether it was just a boat on their own, or whether they were on a boat like with other people. This would have been, I felt like this would have been on a boat with other people. So I know that this boat would have gone down. I don't think any boats go out from there, do they?
There is a beach landing there. It's quite popular with migrants at the moment.
Oh, is it? Right.
On the Kent coast, which is why I know it.
Right, okay. But I felt this gentleman really...
Possibly a nature reserve now.
Right.
Protected.
This gentleman had really dark hair. He's just showing me this dark hair, quite slim. I felt like I'm about 5'8", I would say. I felt with a lady, she would have had blonde hair. I know I've got long blonde hair, and I felt like she would have been probably about 5'6". And I'm getting the names, Jess come through, and Adam, Jess and Adam. They're definitely here. Does nothing come up at all?
Nothing online.
Okay. Right. Help. Help.
A few people saying about knowing of situation, and I was looking online, and there was incidents there in and around Dungeness family tragedy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, no one online accepting it. So
Right. So
perhaps they just need a bit of help and rescue from you today.
yeah. So okay. So I just feel okay. I'm just going to bring them in, and what they're going to say is, well, you all know that they're okay. I just feel with them that they need to get through to someone who I felt like it's his mother. I do.
People saying that they remember a boating accident in Dungeness with a family tragedy, but no one knows the family.
Family, yeah. So what am I going to do then? This has never happened to me before.
Send them to the light.
Right.
We'll send some healing and prayers.
Okay then. Well, I'm going to send them to the light then. But I do feel that if anyone does remember, or that they want to get through to, he wants to get through to his mum, which I do feel that she's still alive, and just to say that is okay. But thank you for working with me, and we send them to the light. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody at Wimbledon, for showing our gratitude. Let's give another round of applause to our lovely visiting mediums. And thank you for those of you on YouTube in engaging with that. And I was just explaining, there was lots of people saying that they were aware of a tragic accident of a family in and around Dungeness. So we've built up some lovely energy today, and we've been sending that spiritual healing, so we can part in peace and harmony, love and light as well. We can send that love and light to those ways, and may they find the way to get that message to those people. Couple of quick announcements for Spiritual Psychics TV about upcoming events. Okay, so we've got nothing on this afternoon on the channel. We've got a special demonstration of mediumship next Saturday night, 8 o'clock. with Bill Hughes, Ian Mason, Matt Grogan and myself as a Halloween special. Is that Richard? Okay, you're going to play the video for those that see it on the screen. So that's going to be a good demonstration of mediumship next Saturday night. Of course, we've got our divine service next Sunday. Those of you on YouTube, remember to subscribe to this channel. Please like this feed and remember to share it. If you haven't shared it during this service, why not share it afterwards? Share it to your social media channels. Let people know you've seen some fantastic mediumship and evidence of life after death today. So share that out with your friends. Tag someone perhaps that you think could do with that upliftment to understand about the service. Be proud of your spiritualism. I've said that myself, during the last 6 or 7 months, using my own social media account, blending that with my religion, being proud of my hobbies, be proud of my spiritualism and that banner, telling my friends and family. And great to see that I've got a guy I used to play rugby with, my old mate Gary, that's joined us at the service today. We were both rugby players at Mediumship together. So it shows it works by sharing the stream and getting other like-minded people together. Otherwise, thank you to Richard James in the studio. Thank you, Richard, for all the hard work you've done to put into the service and the production. Thank you to everyone that's joined us in the church today and everyone that's joined us online. Some lovely comments coming in there. People have really enjoyed the service. They're saying thank you to our visiting mediums. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you. God bless and stay safe. Thank you. Bye.